Live from the Mighty Veedverks Airship, I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Verks Unlimited Limited, better known as Veedverks. I'm playing Dre Gaines in the background. Dre's coming out with a new release soon, and if I weren't scrambling so much today, I would have posted the link to the iTunes where you can go pick up the latest from Dre Gaines. I will do it next time, but yeah, Dre's super talented. He helps American medical refugees. He's Canafam, and I think he made a big impact in Oklahoma with State Question 788. And what's up, Alexandra? Alex Cloyd joined. But anyway, so thanks for not suing me for using your music, Dre, and I'm looking forward to this new release. Today I'm going to play Hempire, and better than just play Hempire, I'm going to talk to somebody from Hempire, and I'm going to do that. This is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to this. I have Andrew Hamilton up here from Hempire, and so Hempire, I guess I'll show everybody, is a game that it's, an app on your phone that you grow different strains of cannabis, and then you take them to different factories and turn them into goods, into products. Then you can sell them and buy them in different stores, and it's just a lot of fun. So that's what Hempire is. But I want to, Andrew, thanks for joining me, and tell us about Hempire.
Yeah, no problem. I'm Andrew Hamilton. I'm a community champion at Hempire, so I'm kind of like assistant community manager. If you interact in the cafe at all, you probably end up interacting with me. So Hempire is all about kind of building up your town. It's about positive growing and selling of legal cannabis in order to kind of help your community, help them grow, and kind of spread success around everyone in the town. So it's very storyline focused, but we also have some awesome multiplayer elements, which you'll be playing the Hempire Cup, I believe, and we're also working on a new, larger multiplayer feature coming soon.
A new is that what the train station's about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the train. I saw all these people posting about how this, what is it? The coming soon, the train depot, and yes. It turned out like people had been seeing that for months, and I hadn't done an update in a long time. So, like I just now updated to where it's kind of got the Christmas icon. But so the train depot is going to be a multiplayer feature.
Yes, it's going to. What we're saying at the moment is it's going to incorporate with the enterprises. So you'll join up with your enterprise members, and there'll be kind of a competitive aspect to that. So
okay.
Yeah.
Have you thought about a dirigible hangar?
I was literally thinking about, like, man, I wonder if we could have a Zeppelin in the game.
You should have a Zeppelin. It could look something, like this. I don't know. Are you seeing me, or are you seeing?
No, I see the.
You see
Zeppelin. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could do like some kind of like that. That could be a Zeppelin.
It would definitely be cool.
Yeah.
It was something I was thinking about. I don't make those decisions, but I'll probably bring it up.
Cool. Or a Zeppelin icon. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
So we, how long is? I think I started playing Hempire about a year ago, and my current global ranking now currently is 656, and my net worth is 474 million. But there are people here who have net worths of, like, who is it? It's like Joka right at the top. 7 billion. So how long has Hempire been a game, like, before?
So our launch was on 4/20 in 2017. There was a small beta before that, but we're Yeah, we're just nearing our 2-year anniversary. And yeah, some of these players have been playing hard for a very long time to get those scores.
By playing hard, like what are some of the best things that what are your best recommendations for like things that you can do to say increase your net worth?
Yeah, so net worth, the biggest thing is buying and selling items from the buying from the global market and selling in your dispensary, because for every $2 that you gain as income, you get 1 net worth. Also buying direction or decorations and things like that are a good way to accrue it. But the players with the really high amounts, they're just buying and selling all day.
So, really, so they're trading robots, and are they buying everything?
It's
robots, solar panels,
shatter, yeah,
and cake.
Yeah. So it's a lot of that. A lot of that kind of, I think, started around because we have the city hall tasks, and
I'm selling some cake right now, by the way.
Yeah.
If so I'm selling cake that I probably paid exactly $123,000 for that cake.
Yeah.
But I bought it, and now I'm going to sell it, and when I sell it, then I'm going to get added to my net worth like $61,500.
Yep.
Just as a not to belabor the point, but like it took me I had to ask you guys, how is it possible that my net worth can be less than my cash?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any debt, and I also have all these statues and stuff. Like I got this. So one of the things you can do in the game is, just buy new decorations. Like I could buy a new fancy tree or something.
Yeah.
And so that over time, starts to add to your net worth. So like the fancier stuff you own, like I've got some sweet rides over here.
Yeah.
That give me a certain amount of net worth every period of time. But I don't know where I was going with that. I'll tell you this: my favorite city hall tasks for getting diamonds are the ones that where you buy and sell. You just buy and sell.
And deal maker. Those are definitely our most popular city hall tasks, and that's what I was going to say. They're kind of the ones that I think really spurred players into buying and selling in mass amounts.
Yeah.
And yeah, the city hall tasks are honestly, that's probably the biggest recommendation I have for newer players is get good at. You don't have to get first place, but get good at getting consistently in the top percentages. That'll get you a bunch of diamonds, and then you can use that for anything you need, right?
Yeah. Like, for instance, I wonder if there's a city hall task going on right now. Generalist. I don't want to do that. Generalist, if you go fix stuff, quality bugs.
Yeah, that one's a little bit of a time investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but then you've got, like, Big Spender is one, another one that they'll save up their keys. Because every key you use, you get points for.
Uh-huh.
So they'll save up their keys, and then when Big Spender hits, they'll just spin the wheel over and over again using their keys.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never thought of doing that.
Some pro tips.
Pro tips. Save up your keys. It's hard to earn keys, though. You have to basically win a Hempire Cup to get a key, right?
You can get them from City Hall tasks as well. Yeah, they're definitely harder to get. They're pretty valuable. You can use diamonds to get them, and then you usually get some diamonds back. So there's some luck there as well.
Now, Josh Sanchez, thanks for tuning in, asks, or he says that you need to cut the times down on growing. What do you have to say to that?
We're always kind of looking at rebalancing things, so I can't say for certain what changes might happen, but we do want to continue to kind of increase the amount that people are able to keep playing and not have to put the game down and wait to come back. So that could potentially change in the future.
Yeah.
I can't say for certain, but it's something we're kind of always looking to increase that play time. So potentially.
Do you think that, speaking of, yeah, I have several questions. So for enterprises, do you think that you'll ever be able to trade like upgrade items?
That we're not really looking at, mostly because a lot of the challenge for the city progression is finding those things and finding them both from repairing things around town, but also in the global market. Sometimes we'll, if we know something's in demand, like there used to be a huge demand for wallpaper.
Oh, check this out.
You got a bunch of wallpaper? Yeah, nice. It's kind of you've gone through the depression and now you're kind of holding on to everything.
Yeah.
Like, no, wallpaper was super valuable.
I think it's fun to drop some wallpaper in my store every now and then. But yeah. I don't keep anything else. I don't know, what are these things? Were they like a thing that you were going to do in the game at one point and then abandoned it?
No, so the blueprints are actually we added those in late in the game because we used to have it so that you could build any of the factories in any order, but we used to run into people who would be like, "Oh, I didn't know that it's so damaging to upgrade one factory a whole bunch and then not be able to make like cookies." And because of that, we wanted to build a structure that would help players move through in a specific order. And since we've done that, people have had much less trouble with the game. So those blueprints were a way of kind of gating people. They have to get those blueprints in order. If you played after that, unfortunately, we didn't have a way for those blueprints not to show up for people who had already upgraded everything. So I can actually, if you give me your account after, I can remove them. They don't take up space.
Yeah.
But I can remove them so they're just not there.
Okay. You can remove those and replace those with diamonds. Or, if you look at the shop here, like you can buy fertilizer with diamonds.
Yeah. And
then you can buy diamonds with money.
Yeah. And
if you look at the conversion rate, kind of fertilizer is actually like twice as valuable as diamonds. But with fertilizer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we kind of use that model of, you can buy diamonds, and then diamonds are what you use to kind of
save time.
Things you need and save time. Yeah, that's
diamonds,
the big thing.
Yeah, diamonds accelerate the game. They speed up things.
Yeah. And the nice thing is that we also provide lots of ways to get diamonds without paying. So for players who are a little willing to invest a little more in the game, they can watch ads in the pawn shop. They can do the city hall task, which we talked about, which is a great one. Yeah. And they don't have to pay if they don't want to. Yeah,
that's what I like about the game, is that you don't have to pay. All you have to do is city hall tasks. Those give you diamonds, and liquid assets. When that comes up, then just go buy a bunch of BHO. You can never find BHO or milk, but you can find plenty of clear concentrate. Like, people are selling that all the time. Have you noticed that? Like, there are a lot of items that are very rarely exchanged, but clear concentrate is something that's always like for sale in the global market, or it's often, here's some shatter I could buy. And so if we were doing one of those types of contests, I could do that.
Yeah. We actually, so we can actually see how much there is of each item in the market.
Really?
So we can kind of know it's always scales somewhat based on how things are unlocked. So Afghani's the number one thing in the market. Even if you don't see it all the time, it's still like the number one thing in the market because it's so cheap. It's the first thing you get. But yeah, BH oil is one of the least, and because of that, when we release new quests that are kind of at the end of the quest line, we'll put in more objectives that are to like sell BH oil, so that way people are encouraged to fill the market a little more.
Very interesting. Is this character ever coming back, Rob?
Yeah. So
how hard is it to give him some tasks? You don't have to develop the storyline anymore for him. I think the last thing I did had something to do with a light bulb So, or I can't
Yeah,
remember,
you
but
had to give him a light bulb. I think he was making a bong out of it or something like
yeah,
that. Yeah, so the thing with Rob and the new character Jamie is while they look the same as everyone else, they work a little differently. It's just sort of because of the way we developed it. Everyone else automatically gets new deals every level. Those ones are more storyline linked, and because of
right.
that, we can't as easily just put them in that cycle of generating new deals every level. So we have to make the deals for that. We want to actually get more into that this year. So hopefully there'll be a little more from Rob and Jamie. I just can't say exactly when.
Yeah, that makes sense to me because, I've noticed actually that I quit playing Hempire for a few months, basically because I didn't know about the Hempire Cup yet. I hadn't actually started doing that.
Yeah.
And I also had completed all of the things that I could do to get that experience points up so I could start making deliveries again, I guess. And I didn't have any missions from this guy. What's his name?
Uncle Danny?
Uncle Danny. And so there was a long stretch of time when I didn't have any missions from Uncle Danny. But it seems like you guys kind of got that worked out, and I don't find myself waiting for, large stretches of time.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of went through a period where we weren't doing as many of those, mostly because of just our team workload and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is just very focused on working on new things. And unfortunately, even though those quests are pretty simple, they take time.
Yeah.
It's just kind of grunt work in a way.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that even though I work in community, I have an interest in design, and so we kind of, on a small team, you kind of try and make everyone wear multiple hats if they can. And so I've actually taken on the role of creating those quests, and because of that, we've kind of given ourselves more labor essentially to keep producing more quests regularly. So we should see at least 15 every 2 weeks or so. It can kind of give or take based on the workload that I have, but for the most part, we should maintain that. So,
what's this down here? What is this? What is this ingredient on the left going to be? We've been looking at that hexagon. Is that coming anytime soon? Is that train related?
No. So part of that is just the way a lot of it's the way we've designed things. Those, I think, just fill out an extra square afterwards, regardless of what's there. We do want to add more products in the future, for sure. We don't have anything planned for there yet. Yeah.
How about this? Like when I first started as soon as I started playing Hempire, I knew, like, this was before you had the billboards even. But yeah. I knew that you could go here to the global market. Let's say I don't have the patience to wait 26 seconds. I can spend 2 diamonds to speed that up, refresh the store, or I can watch this interstitial ad that and so I wanted to plug in. So for right now, like, it's Angry Birds, and I'm gonna not give them. It's not that I want to give them free advertising. It's that I don't know how that works with copyrights and stuff, so I'm not going to show that ad. But we made an ad. Well, you'd be surprised. Like I wouldn't mind if people shared the hell out of this, like you ought to do right now. But sometimes, like, it's the robots that are interpreting what's a copyright strike and what's not.
Fair enough.
So, they just don't have somebody to answer those questions. But anyway, so I could watch that ad to speed up time. I got distracted with that. So we've talked about doing interstitial ads in there, and we haven't really talked about billboards. I think that we should start, once you see how much I whip on this Hempire Cup, I want to do a billboard that shows how to play Hempire very quickly and run up the score in the Hempire Cup. And I I hadn't lost one for a long time until I ran up across Outlaw Mr. Eastwood. And
one of our top players for sure.
Yeah, just crushed me. How do people? Well, we'll do the cup here in a second, but I had that. I want to finalize that thought. Like, here's an idea for a product: is like we make CBD products, and what about a way for a corporate sponsor to, so like buy Veedverks, make vape cartridges,
Yeah.
or I don't know. There's a lot of ways to team up, and with that, the signing, and at least because Hempire's Canadian based, right? Are you in Canada?
Yeah. Yeah.
But with the signing of the Farm Bill in the U.S. in December, like it should be game on now for doing CBD ads.
Oh, were they doing those?
No, Hempire hasn't yet.
No, but Farm Bill?
The Farm Bill of the Agricultural Improvement Act of 2018 legalized industrial hemp in the United States.
Oh, I see.
And it descheduled it, and it defined industrial hemp as cannabis sativa L with less than 0.3% delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol on a dry weight basis. And it said that not only did it legalize, it deschedule industrial hemp, it also specifically says that includes all of the derivatives, cannabinoids, isomers, salts of isomers, everything that you can take from the plant. It lists out like this great big list. So hemp is becoming way more okay
totally.
in the U.S., and we make hemp-derived products and have been since you guys started 420 of 17. We started 420 of 15. And so, yeah, I think the game is ready for you to start doing some straight up business not with marijuana companies, but with hemp companies. But
yeah, I'd have to bring that up with our marketing department. I know there's definitely, like, we've looked into doing, say marijuana kind of partnerships before. But things like, I think like Google Play and iTunes, I'm not 100% sure on this, our marketing would know better. But I think there's kind of some red tape there that makes it difficult. But yeah, I think we'd be open to that. It's just a matter of how possible it is. And even if it's legal, sometimes it can make things more difficult.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. We actually, early on in the game, I think before we were quite as big, we had some branded. We used to have the fertilizer was branded with a label, and we had billboards with some advertisements on it, and even the Weed on Wheels used to be different and used to have a box that was like themed with a brand and stuff. So we used to have some of that, but I think it didn't quite work out. Yeah, I'll bring it up with our marketing team though.
Yeah, just ping them again, because I can't find it. I was looking for the Hempire ad. Like, we cut an ad together to put into Hempire, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Point is, yeah, keep talking to us companies. I mean, you've got, this game is like a gamified version of my life. We go to a place and we grow strains that aren't Afghani, but they're like cherry wine or T1 or box, and then we take them to, like, this is where we are in the supply chain. We actually, I think this is we're more like the bakery, and this would be like the see, there's an opportunity right there. You could take go from hemp to, through the distillate and isolate, and then go to a place that makes edibles. Go isolate to make CBD isolate. There you go.
Link in the chain.
Maybe make, not in grandma's place, but I guess in the oil factory, make CBD isolate, and then take that isolate over to the bakery and make cookies with it. There you go. That's how you can fill out that hexagon. But I'm going to enter the Hempire Cup.
Yeah,
which is a periodic competition. How often does it a new Hempire Cup stock?
So it runs 48 hours on and then 48 hours off. And you can sign up in that off period, and then whenever it starts, it'll be, your stream will be waiting for you. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to create a strain of hemp and then try and make it better than other people's strains. So.
What are you thinking? I feel like, do you go icons first and then the name, or do you pick the name first?
I always call it Veedverks.
Okay.
I used to call it Veedverks.com CBD, but then you guys changed it. So if I put in a .com, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Probably because of me. I never saw anybody else do that, actually. But so this is a. Are we doing? No, we're doing indica today, right?
Yeah, I think so. It'll say at the top there. Yeah, that word filter is across the whole game, so we're constantly adding things to it, and that'll apply to names, strain names, all sorts of things like that. So it's just, we get people trying to advertise their stuff.
What if I advertise by just winning the cup repeatedly? Like, I just won the sativa. But so now I've got my, you have two greenhouses. This first greenhouse allows you to grow like these initial 7 strains. Is it 7? We'll find out. 9 strains. So you can plant Afghani or Hindu Kush or Sour Diesel, Skunk, G13 Haze, Chem Dog, Jack Herer, Northern Lights, or Haze.
Yeah.
But then in this other greenhouse, you grow the strains that people are competing to make, like you do in the Hempire Cup. So
yeah,
when you anyway, so I set up my greenhouse. I think everybody probably does, to grow like indicas in that row, and then hybrids and sativas, because you have individually controllable air conditioning units.
Yeah.
So now we're going to, one of these 2 strains is getting ready to disappear and be replaced by hopefully my strain, which will be called Veedverks Indica. And so I need to go to my laboratory, and I have 18 buds that I start with, and I want to cross that with other buds. There are all these mutagens. Here, tell everybody about mutagens. Like, why won't it work now? I get
Okay.
Like, now I understand why mutagens. Now I kind of get it, but
yeah. They're definitely, it's one of those things where they're really complicated until you know how it works, and then it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's mostly meant for when you've maxed your strain up to that top tier, that purple star. That's just when you get the most benefit. Essentially, how it works is, so when you're breeding with Hindu Kush here, you can see, let's say, aroma, it gets 20 to 40 points. The mutagen lets you, okay.
Tell you what, let me start. I'm going to start breeding.
Yeah, you go ahead and start breeding. So that aroma is 20 to 40 points. Its highest potential is 40. The mutagen allows you to get that potential back, essentially. So when you breed, if you land in aroma and you get 30 points, there's only 10 more points of potential that you can get, right? And so when you use the mutagen, that will set that to 50% of that total. So 50% of 40 is 20. It's more useful at the highest level because there isn't a cap, like, with how many points you can get. Here there is. So even though you could get an extra 20 on top of 30, it wouldn't matter in this case. It's very complicated. It
doesn't really seem to matter unless you're unless you've hit that 2,000 point level. Like it.
Yeah. There's kind of 2 instances that I think of for where it's useful. Number one is if you don't have a whole bunch of different types of epic buds, then in the later levels, you need to use a bunch of different strains to try and get your levels up. If you don't have a bunch of different ones, then you can just use the same one over and over again and use the mutagen to kind of get its potential back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's
No, I'm telling you, is
strategy.
there any sort of timing? I tell you what, if you count to, it seems that there is surely there's an underlying logic to when you should hit respin. And I think it's you count to 6.
I like it. I like it. I don't know the full design of it. I haven't been in the code to see exactly how it works. All I know is that it's randomized. But I like the idea that players have their own little. Oh yeah, I hit it when it's been 6 seconds. I can't say whether or not that actually affects anything.
I've been live playing this game enough that I think that I've started to convert some people to that theory that if you count to 6, sometimes it seems to work. But
I also think you're just pretty lucky, to be honest. When I've watched in the past, you ask the chat, should I respin? And my advice has pretty much been, no, you got a good spin, you should take it, and you'll respin and you'll land on bonus.
No, I'm not. I don't have the time in life to get like tons of new extra buds through Weed on Wheels deliveries. My life doesn't allow for that. And so like these first initial buds are pretty precious to me. They're more precious than say diamonds, because I will definitely respin for 2 diamonds to try and either get that bonus or max out that category, because that saves me otherwise I'm gonna have to use another bud in this round before I can advance. Like I need to max it out. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. See? I just have to count to 6.
It's hard to argue with results.
There. All right. So I like to start playing the cup like right at the beginning. So like if I do run up the score, then people see Veedverks that whole time. So Hindu Kush is definitely most bang for your buck for breeding Hempire Cup strains. Hindu Kush is.
How are your strains maxed? Like it looks like your Hindu Kush is maxed out.
They're
if you go into your hemp book, okay, you've got them all maxed. Yeah, so that'll actually affect how.
No, I don't have Jack Harrow maxed. It looks like, but.
Oh no.
No.
Not for mastery. Mastery won't affect the breeding. That affects how many buds you'll get. But all your actual quality is up there, because that'll affect basically how much potential each strain has.
Yeah.
So you're kind of set.
So start breeding that. Ain't nobody. So here's what I offer when I play Hempire Cup Live or Hempire Live, that I just spend diamonds to save time, because nobody's got time to wait for any of that. Yeah. So now we'll quickly get into the part where I, play Hempire at an accelerated pace. Just because nobody, on an hour-long broadcast or whatever, we can't wait 15 minutes between strains. So if you're playing the Hempire Cup, then diamonds are worth 7.5 minutes, I guess, right now. No, what did I just? Yeah. And then diamonds are worth 2, or fertilizer's worth 2 diamonds. So a fertilizer's worth like 15 minutes of your life of like real people time. Yeah.
It's interesting to equate it like that. Like the fertilizer too, it really depends on when you use it. Personally, for me, when I'm growing the strains, the first few times you water, it's only 30 seconds. So it's not really super useful to use fertilizer. But once you start getting into where it's taking minutes or hours.
Yeah. Yeah, like Jack Harrow.
That's most useful.
I would say like the main, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, see? If I I would say that this, like, you guys don't have a whole bunch of like in-game like if you want to spend money on Hempire, you can do it. There are opportunities to do it, but it's not like you can't. Like, I don't spend money on Hempire. However, I did eventually one time, I think it was my birthday, I bought the golden pot for like $8 or something like that. And that allows you to grow something twice as fast as the other pots. And again, it's like a time saver. That's a good deal as far as saving time goes. The golden pot.
So I think that golden pot is the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Especially the earlier you buy it, just because you'll always have it with you.
So I'm not going to wait 15 minutes. I'm going to spend 2 diamonds. Yeah. Woo!
See, I said you're lucky.
That's fine.
Nice.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Sundrop. Who's this? Do you know Gimpy?
I don't know Gimpy.
They're competing. They're going fast. All right, so I also want to make sure that I show people that how you get extra buds, because that's what I'm trying to.
That's definitely like you were saying before. Was it Mr. Outlaw or Outlaw
Mr. Eastwood?
Yeah. Players like that are big into getting the extra buds. They're probably respinning a lot as well, but they'll go into that Wheat on Wheels and bump that sales bonus up to level 20, which is the highest and hardest. But
so how do they do it? They have to spend diamonds to do it. You can't store, like, so look at me. I haven't made any Wheat on Wheels deliveries right now. Right. So look at my inventory for buds. You know, I have minimal amounts of buds, and then epic buds. I've now learned that you don't actually want like a bajillion of every epic bud. You want space for edibles and oils. And so I've got a pretty solid inventory built up right there, and I just only have like 46 buds worth of warehouse space. So, and there's only, so what do? They spend diamonds to make the store refresh more, or do they spend diamonds to make?
So they might be doing some purchases, like global market purchases of edibles and things, and buds.
Well, definitely,
But so they'll probably typically rent the rental slot.
Okay. Which I'll do right now. I'll do that. Yeah.
So one thing they do, which you can't do at this point, is they'll prep the Wheat on Wheels. So during that 48 hours that the Hempire Cup isn't running, they'll go in there and they'll either fulfill orders or they'll tap the blue circle with the cycle symbol to rotate out different deals.
Yeah.
And then they'll get that thing just full of a bunch of really high-level deals.
Okay.
And then prep all the products for it. And the thing is, because the sales bonus points don't bleed over into the next level, they'll keep a couple slots lower level. So they'll do those lower level slots, get through those first few sales bonus levels, and then they'll just start plowing through these high-level ones that they're prepped for. And that will jump them, probably into the 10 to 15 sales level bonus or level.
Yeah.
And once they're there, then they have to grind a lot more. But there's a lot of prep. And then from there, there's a lot of, I think, buying and selling and using diamonds and just growing and rushing things. So it's a lot of work. That sales level 20 is tough to get to, and you can do it multiple times as well. But the higher the sales bonus level, the more buds you get. So early on, you get an extra bud sometimes.
Yeah.
Then later, you get 2 sometimes, 3 sometimes. By that top level, it's 5.
6. Sorry, I had to say 6. I was counting to 6, and it almost worked. Oh, it gave me 154 out of 160.
Those ones suck.
And I've already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. See?
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get that middle one. I mean, that would, yeah.
Be ideal.
See, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. When's a good time to spend legendary buds? Later on, right? Not at this.
When you've got everything maxed out and you've got lots of different extra or epic buds, it's definitely something you want to save for later. The higher levels, maybe even the highest level. And I think you can pair them with mutagens as well. I think it's been a while. It's been a while since I've played at that level. But yeah, earlier on, when you don't have your strings all maxed out and you're trying to compete, legendary buds could be useful earlier on then. But when you're as maxed out as you are, you probably just want to save them for later tiers.
I've never experienced this here. I wonder, whoever this Gimpy is, their net worth is 144 million and their level is 59, and the best strain that they've ever grown is 2485. And they are racing right now. This is fun. Like they're spending diamonds to go faster is what I'm saying. Because they couldn't have more points than me if they weren't spending diamonds to speed it up. So I wonder if it's somebody who's watching right now that's doing that. Joe Kim is saying that timing has no effect on the spin whatsoever.
That'll be our lead designer, Joe. So,
but what if you count to 6? Yeah,
exactly. What if you count to 6? It's hard to argue with the results you've been getting. So
the best strain I've grown has a 4877 is my best strain, and I think I only got up to level 16 on Wheat on Wheels, which is what I should start doing now. I have a bunch of deliveries that I can make to get more buds to breed more times. So I see an easy Northern Lights one, for example, right here. And so if I just harvest...
Yeah, one of those I think should do it.
Yeah. Pick up an epic bud and ship it. So, here's a question. What is that little red eye? Is that a truck? That little red icon?
Yeah, it's a little truck with kind of like speed lines behind it. If you actually go to the main town map, it should be on the sign near the Wheat on Wheels.
Yeah. Okay, so what is that? Is that the thing that you're trying to get more of to make the scale on the right go up?
Yes,
or is
those
it
are
cash?
The sales bonus points.
Those are the sales bonus points.
Yeah.
And obviously, the more sales, the more times you ring this thing, the harder it is to, what am I saying? Like to defeat or to get past level 1, it doesn't take nearly as much as to. It's a logarithmic.
Yeah.
So what is that? What is that logarithm?
Oh, I don't.
How many points does it take to get past level 1 and 2 and 3 and 4?
I don't have that exactly, but
does that? How about Joe Kim? Does Joe Kim have that exactly, or can you just show us a graph of, the function? That'd be handy information to have. Also, what would be handy information is to know, like in the when you're breeding, if you could just put a little icon. Well, I can't, somewhere that shows me how many legendary buds or how many of my buds I still have left to breed.
While you're on,
because there's no other way to find it while you're actively breeding. There's no way for me to tell how many buds I have left if I have 1 or 2 buds left, because there isn't a way in the game to find out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can definitely bring that up if Joe's still watching as well. That's a totally fair point. That while you're breeding, you can't see that.
Yeah. So I'm going to speed that up and count 1, 2, watch this, Joe, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. I shouldn't have said watch this, Joe, in the middle of it. 1,
messed it up.
2,
right?
3, 4, 5. Oh no! So now is when you start this cycle of self-loathing. Like, of course, I have to hit it again. And now, like, in for a penny, in for a pound. That cost me 2 diamonds. Now I got to spend 4 diamonds. And now I have this. Oh, I came so close. 105 out of. But I still have to spend another bud if I want 120. So is it worth 8 diamonds to me for the chance to? And the answer is yes. Definitely. Go.
You definitely there you go. You definitely have I feel like a gambler style. You'll take that chance. I will spend those diamonds. Yeah.
I won't necessarily do it if I'm actually at this stage I would be
if you're winning by a whole bunch, you probably wouldn't be as likely to do it.
Yeah.
Right, because you guys are racing here.
I'll tell you, like, the top strains. Look at that.
Yeah.
This guy.
So, yeah, those top 2 actually are ones that we need to remove. Those were from an exploit that people found that we closed up.
Oh.
We just have to remove those.
All right. How about Ghost OG though?
That is legit though. And that is some like high level stuff. That's hitting level 20 in the wheel several times. That's making the absolute most of every single bud you get.
Do you know a lot of your players? Do you get to know them? Like, I've noticed that, like, I know we have a mutual friend, Camino, that I've noticed that, who we know from, I guess maybe she knows us from Hempire, but, so for, like, these top players that obviously spend a lot of time playing Hempire or just pouring straight up cash into it, that's the only way, unless you were a real dedicated player, you couldn't even buy your way. I've spent enough time. Like, how many hours a day can you spend playing any game? Like, they're dedicated.
It definitely depends on different people's lifestyles and affordances. You definitely get players who, they find time to play at work and things like that. So, they can seemingly be on all the time. And different people just have different life situations. But yeah, we really connect a lot with our community and get to know the players. We have the cafe in the game, which are in-game forums, and so there's lots of players there who have been with us for since the beginning, or for the past year, or even a few weeks, and it's a variety of people who just kind of really feel at home in the community. It's been really interesting and eye-opening interacting. Like, I was not huge in any sort of weed community. Mm-hmm. I smoked a bit and I use edibles and things like that, but didn't really connect with that many people. And being in the community it broke down a lot of kind of assumptions that definitely can come with that, and it opened my eyes to just how kind of awesome people are, and the people in our community they're like a big family. The Canafam.
#Canafam. I'm taking this, and the reason why is because I can't max out this category anyway, so I'm taking it. I already spent 2 diamonds. Sundrop Kush, come on, Gimpy. Let's do this. You're having a good run. So this is a case. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I drag this mutagen on there, that scientist better not pop out. He is going to pop out. You're more than half.
So no, I think you are good because that meter is more than halfway. So you should be good.
Everybody. That's when a mutagen works.
Yeah.
You have to. like the best answer is just always drag it there and see if the scientist yells at you. But
actually, a good metric for it is that light blue bar of how much you've already used.
Yeah.
If that's more than halfway due to one strain, then you can use it on that strain.
Okay. And if you're at the last, well, we'll find out here.
Well,
pretty
yeah,
soon.
it's different for the last tier for sure. The last tier, you can pretty much use it whenever past the first spin or so.
Here's when I'm going to use a legendary bud, because I can't max out this. Yeah, oh, wait.
Oh, Chemdog.
Oh, Chemdog. Hey, Chemdog. Never mind. I was going to use a legendary, but forget that. What's up, Chemdog? All right. So what were you saying?
I was just going to say, so yeah, the amount that each strain affects these attributes is kind of dependent on what they are. So there are four attributes actually, and depending on the type of Hempire Cup, there'll be 3 different ones of those 4 that you have to fill out. So in this case, it's potency, aroma, and pain relief.
Right.
I'm struggling to remember what the 4th is at the moment, but yeah. So that'll and basically whether it's an indica, a hybrid, or a sativa, it's going to be better at doing some of those things. Yeah. As well as I think the specific strains. So yeah.
Oh. So here's one where if I just went for the bonus right off the bat, like I could use, there's an epic bud type of, or legendary bud type of opportunity.
Yeah.
And let's just do that. No, let's don't. I want to win this one. I think I'm Hindu Kush, I'm telling you. That's gold.
It's a good one.
So I'm going to save us an hour with 10 diamonds. So now a diamond's worth 6. Wait, an hour for 10 diamonds. So every diamond's 6 minutes now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get those bonuses a lot.
It's because I want them.
That's the secret.
It's because I've taught this game over time that I will spend diamonds if I'm live just to save people time. Come on, Gimpy. Give us some what is it? Sundrop Kush. I can make some more shipments, but that's basically what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 days. We're all going to be competing, trying to get the highest score at the end of it. Because if you do, look, you win 25 million bucks, which equates to 12.5 million in net worth.
Yep.
So that would get me halfway to what remains until I finally reach Puff Daddy status. It's been a long time playing this game to get to Puff Daddy status. I think the reward for Hemper should be way more than 500 billion. Are you kidding me? It's going to take.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of meant to be a very, very lofty goal, and the rewards for sure. We know it's a while before people are hitting different ones of these goals. So, yeah, that's pretty valid that those rewards could be higher for what they are.
Yeah.
I think we kind of laid it out early on, and then need to kind of reassess.
How many users do you guys have, or that you can tell me?
So we're over 5 million downloads. That might just be, you know what, I should have got this earlier, but yeah, actively monthly, I think around 500,000.
You 500,000 people. I will tell you this, if you go to Veedverks.com and type in Hempire at checkout, I bet you'll save some money. I bet that coupon code still works. Probably just off our products, but give it a try. What should I do? Let's do ChemDog, right?
Yeah, I like it when you can get any of the attributes.
Okay. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then perfect. You just have to count 6, kids. Why? Because that's 4 plus 2 plus 0. I don't know why that is. But Joe Kim, I'm telling you,
it's not a bad reason.
There's something to it. Maybe I should so we're getting ready to since did you know about us? What we are is we're a CBD company founded in 2015. We make vape cartridges, e-liquids, award-winning lotions. We won the Connoisseur Cup 2018 for best topical, and but I also like to play Hempire, so that's. But this, like I said at the beginning, this game really does kind of mirror our actual lives in certain. It's like a little fun version of the types of things that I care about for a living now. But don't know where I was going with that. But anybody who's watching this, check it out. We do lots of cool live broadcasts. We're going to have a former president of Mexico, Vicente Fox, on here in the near future. Tomorrow we have Wendy Paul and Karen Robbins from the Did I get that right? Yeah. No, Wendy Robbins, Karen Paul from the Marijuana Show on Amazon Prime. They'll be on tomorrow at 1:30. And I got to quit playing Hempire here pretty soon because we have coming up a big-time hemp farmer from Kentucky. And so we're going to take a quick break and be able to drop some more knowledge about, if you haven't seen the stuff that we've done recently here about hemp in Kansas and Oklahoma, we got lots of big plans, and we're dropping lots of information. Like, I'm learning stuff every day. So I'm going to start breeding this and speed it up and spin it, and I'll take it. Yeah, go.
Oh, man.
I'm taking that.
Yeah, that's good for a legendary bud.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's hard to stop playing. I bet somebody's going to come in. I don't think I can win this one.
I don't know. You got a good lead on Gimpy.
I've got a lead, but nobody's at 2,000. Wait until you get to 2,000, then you see who's still playing, who's really playing.
Yeah.
But if it's, I tell you that Outlaw Mr. Eastwood just came and scored it was so quick how many points they scored once they started doing it. I was pretty impressed. And I do play this enough to know that, I mean, if your net worth is like $6 billion, then you spend a lot of time playing Hempire.
Yeah.
Let's finish her off with a Hindu Kush. But we are not taking anything less than that category. This is where I could start to spend it.
Yeah, this is always the hardest when you've got one attribute left to
2,
go.
3, 4,
5, 6.
Yes. I'll take it. All right, 1,300. I've got 2 buds left. How about this? I'll just try and go for... I'm not wasting a Jack Haribut on that. We'll do Hayes.
Yeah.
Speed it up. I forgot to do the calculation. Keep going. Go! All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. The most I've ever spent for a respin is 64, I think.
Yeah, it definitely gets up there.
Okay, I didn't start counting on time. 4, 5, 6.
Intuition.
Nope. 8 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have a control there, like a little rheostat that you can turn to adjust on demand, like the resistance of this? Keep going. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll take it. Okay. But hey, I got to tell you, I thank you for coming on, spend some time with me. I love playing Hempire. You guys you're not only is a cool game, you're a cool company, and you get out there, you get involved with the community, and you got cool swag. And I love how you're involved with your players. And so yeah, it's an honor to be able to get you on here and play this.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Cool. Well, I will continue to play for the next couple of days. I will see you guys in about probably 15 minutes again with live stuff. Our day got just compressed like that. But yeah, thank you, Andrew, and I hope we get to do this again soon.
Yeah, good luck, and I hope you crush Gimpy.
All right, cool. Thanks. We'll see. All right, thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.